Aries, welcome to what I'm calling a gratitude reading. Aries, it's to thank you for subscribing to my channel. I went through my YouTube analytics. So if you're watching on TikTok, I didn't take those into account. It's much easier on YouTube for me to track where my subscriptions are coming from. And you made the list, Aries. I actually have 6 signs that I'm doing gratitude readings for as a thank you for subscribing, to say I see you, I appreciate you, and I don't know what else to do right now before I start September readings. So we're going to put these out as an extra special bonus for you all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look at your energy, an obstacle that you need to be aware of at this time, and your advice or guidance, the solution to what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna liberally clarify, and then we're gonna get you some oracles at the end. 8 of Cups was the obstacle that came out for Pisces, so that's popping out there. Let's see what we have for Aries. Spirit. Temperance wanting to pop out. Can you show me Aries energy, please? How is Aries showing up here? All right, well, Temperance came out again. What's the obstacle? What's the obstacle that Aries needs to be aware of? That's way too many cards. I'm sorry. But I saw the Fool card and the Justice card, so this could have something to do with planetary influences. Okay. 5 of Wands. Yeah, some sort of a push and pull back and forth. An access issue. Axis. Interesting. Can you clarify? 5 of Wands. Clarify the 5 of Wands before we move on, please. Thank you. Page of Rods. Okay, what's the advice? What's the solution? What's the solution for Wands? Can you clarify that? What's the 4 of Wands about? Queen of Cups. Okay, a bunch of cards wanting to fall. We're not going to take that. How about, before I move on, let's clarify the Temperance card for Aries energy. The Star. I saw the Star several times. So we have Aquarius and Sagittarius energy coming out. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Let's get more information before I start talking. Can you clarify the obstacle here? The 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. I saw that as well. One more. Ace of Cups. Okay. Clarify the 4 of Wands and the advice. What's the solution? Clarify the solution. 4 of Wands popping out. The Moon. The Hermit. Can you clarify? 4 of Cups. Okay. Can you clarify the Temperance card for Aries energy? Why is Aries coming out? the Temperance card, the Lovers. Yeah, okay. What's the Star? Nine of Cups. Okay, tell me more about the Temperance. One more. Thank you. Four of Pentacles. Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are struggling with patience at this time. Okay? I feel like you're struggling with patience. This could be you with the Lovers card and the Four of Wands coming out here. The Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Did I say that? For some of you, this could be like you're getting impatient, waiting for a proposal. Wow. Waiting for a proposal. Waiting for a proposal. Like someone's supposed to propose something to you. It's kind of what I'm getting pretty strongly. What I was going to say, though, at the beginning of the reading, Temperance and the Star, I feel like some of you could be feeling like the challenges here that are going on with Aries and Libra. Okay, right now, Mars, your ruling planet, is in Libra, where it is in detriment. Libra is your opposite sign. Libra is a card of indecision, back and forth, trying to make choices. Both of these cards have a back and forth energy. Your obstacle is the Five of Wands. It is sort of like an internal struggle, I think, or just a back and forth battle, right? And, okay, there's a lot to talk about. But, so I feel like for some of you, you have pent up energy. You have pent up energy. I feel like perhaps you are struggling to, I don't know, channel your energy, right? With the Star card and the Temperance card, or channel your emotions, okay? Because these are both cards that deal with water. So for some of you, you could be dealing with something like that, where you're having like pent up energy, you're feeling frustrated, things are going slowly, and I feel like you're struggling to maybe deal with that. And for the advice over here with the Moon and the Four of Cups, Queen of Cups, Four of Wands. Okay. Can I hold these so you can see them? I feel like this is like just being content with uncertainty. It's learning how to navigate, like see this as a challenge, perhaps an opportunity with the Four of Wands to master how to channel your emotions, how to feel your emotions, and cope with disappointment and uncertainty. Like this is kind of giving me the sense of like this is a learning experience of how to deal with boredom or impatience, or like an inability to sort of analyze or observe your emotions. Okay, so for others of you, I'm getting this glaring message about perhaps recovery, sobriety. Okay, you could be healing, tempering yourself of some sort of perhaps alcohol with the Nine of Cups. I feel like you're struggling, Four of Pentacles, to hold on to like an old lifestyle potentially, or you're struggling to let go of the old lifestyle. You're struggling to choose the guided path of sobriety, if that makes sense, okay? And with the Five of Wands here and the Page of Rods, I feel like this is just reflective of that struggle. Like maybe you're having difficulty saying no, or you're experiencing conflict with others because you're trying to change your lifestyle. Okay, it doesn't have to be like alcohol or drinking. This could be something else, but that's kind of the example that I'm feeling. It's like you're struggling to avoid temptation, and I feel like you're also perhaps like kind of struggling with other people who are like inviting you to things that you're trying to like cut out of your life. Like, and I feel like for some of you, this is about like doing the internal work and being like a little bit bored and a little bit restless. Okay. And, yeah, I feel like this is just like you needing to just kind of go step by step and keep your plans in sight and remain grounded, and practice self-fulfillment, self-love, and choose that over everything else. Like the Star and the Temperance card both contain an element of healing, of internal growth and reflection, right? Being healthy, happy, comfortable, like elevating. And this feels like sort of like you need to be reliant on a plan or a strategy. Yes, Knight of Pentacles again. The Hermit card wanted to pop out too. So I feel like for some of you, this is like a real struggle for you because you're going to have to isolate yourself. You're going to have to really be mindful of each step that you take and each like interaction. And it's like you're having to deal very delicately with the people you know, with your connections, because I feel like this is about a fundamental change in your lifestyle. But I also feel like some of you are struggling to deal with that as well. I feel like you're having a hard time sitting with your own emotions. You're having a hard time like being alone with your own thoughts, so to speak. But like the energy I'm feeling here with these cards is like that you're being called to sort of fall in love with your own company, fall in love with solitude, with your home, with stability, which can be boring, can be very boring. But when you really think about it and when you really look into yourself and go over everything that you've accomplished, how far that you've come. We have the Temperance card, the Star card, the Lovers, the Moon. You know, these are beautiful energies. So many cups here, which in the Moon cards, that's why I'm feeling like it's like you might be emotional about it and you might be struggling to stay grounded. But personally, I mean, I don't know if this is helping you at all, but personally, I don't know how you can possibly be bored when you are focusing on yourself with all of these cards that I'm seeing on the table, right? I mean, this is depth. This is something really interesting, this person here. So I don't know It's like I said, it's about self-love, and it's about finding reasons to love yourself and be interested in yourself. And I think that's really a key lesson in life, really, because no matter what we're doing, right, whether we're trying to grow in our career, get a new job, attract a lover, a husband, a wife, whatever, it's like, if you don't know yourself on a deep and intimate level, and if you don't think that you're fascinating and interesting, and you haven't processed all of these strengths and all of these trials and tribulations that you've like overcome, right? Like everything that you've accomplished. If you're not comfortable in your own skin and comfortable shining and being seen, it's like, how are you going to sell yourself, right? How are you going to know when another person or another entity is giving you what you're worth? Is this making sense? Like, how are you going to know if you're not settling? Like, and why would you expect an outside energy to value you and sort of, be attracted to you, to want you, to desire you, if you can't acknowledge that and see that within yourself? I hope that's making sense. And that's like what I'm getting from the reading, Aries. So I hope that made sense. I feel like I just kind of like wasn't even aware of what I was saying that whole time. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius. Those are the cards I have out. All right, for majors. All right, let's get you an oracle. Spirit, what do you have for Aries? What does Aries need to know? Guidance and advice for Aries, please. Ooh, away. Don't fall. Okay. I'm seeing number 1, I am hopeful at the bottom of the deck, for sure. The Star card can be about hope. The Temperance card can be about, well, with the Star card, the Temperance card can be about sort of alchemizing that hope, right? Healing yourself, rebuilding your sense of hope. I follow my heart at the bottom. Yes. This is what I'm feeling strongly at the end here with the advice. It's like blindly following your heart. This could be for some of you like an exercise in intuition, in your ability to be silent, to be still and listen and know where the guidance is taking you. I am fearless. Number 33. And I am authentic. Number 37. Yes. Yes, there's something about that here, like the ability to be real, and to be authentic. But in order to be that, you have to be very deeply in touch with who you are and what your heart is saying and what your value is. You have to really be able to acknowledge your value, your achievements, your accomplishments, the wars and battles that you fought, right? And how you've grown from all of that. I feel like there's a need to love yourself here. Love yourself enough to make the right choices, to make the right changes, to say no when it's appropriate, to say no when it's not for your best interest, for your best growth and your path. And practice listening to yourself, being alone with yourself, and tuning into that guidance and growing self-love through that process. Okay, Aries, I hope that helps you. Thank you guys again. I will see you soon.